The lady has sung.
Yes.
What it do? Snackers, Snackets, and Snack X's. It's your boy Gage. I am here with Sin,
Yes,
and
sir.
you are making a lot of noise. You are
Oh
now
yeah, I was
tuned
fixing
in.
that, trying to keep that from happening. Just yeah. Had to remove that off there because it always does
I'm
that.
like, and you. I'm gonna go. You are now tuned in to Loaded Snacks Weekly, where we get together once a week and we talk about things that are happening in pop culture. And
Today,
today we're gonna recap our weekend at Otakon from this past weekend. What up, Doctor Who? Always a pleasure. Uh, we're going to watch the trailer for and discuss Twisted-Wonderland. We will. What up, Cuddy? Talk about Helldivers. It's crossover in the Xbox is coming quickly upon us, and
mhm.
then dare I say it, we're gonna talk about wrestling. And
Really? Okay. Shocker.
are you shocked?
Just a little.
Why, man? I mean,
You know,
it
I
has
got
to be
time.
done.
Okay, so it must be all right. So okay.
It has to be done. Um, so before we do that, Sin's gonna do Joke's job
Mm-hmm.
and make sure you all know you can now officially go to loadingsnacks.com. Loadingsnacks.com used to be more of a blog site. There is a blog in progress that does exist there. The reality of it is mostly the website is so that you have a quick link to where else you can find us socially, but also it's just a good place for us to be able to send folks who are looking at us for more professional reasons and so forth. But obviously, there are still good reasons for you to go there. There are some options for you to go there and check out some videos. It might take you back down memory lane. As embarrassing as that might be, there are some videos of Sin that he might not want you to see.
Oh, great.
Um, Cuddy said, no need to talk about that Paramount UFC deal. No, we don't have to talk about that at all. Um, though I have a feeling that deal specifically will rear its ugly head in other ways that have nothing to do with the UFC and have everything to do with everything else Paramount might want to do, aka GI Joe cross Transformers. It just I don't. We'll leave that alone for the time being. Sin, you have your own job to do. So if you would please,
Yes.
from memory,
Let's shout out our top tier patrons, starting with Anthony Cunningham, Marcus Houston, Susan Dortch, Tyrone Carson, Meticulous Skin, Alex Lee, Ellis Mbe, and Kermit Ferguson. Thank you very much. We truly, truly appreciate it.
the option is still always on the table for you to work for us to increase that list and make it ever harder for him to keep it memorized. Let's push it. You know what I mean? Let's see what we can do by extra life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
See what we can
I
do
don't
by
mind having a list to read off of. Saying remember
yeah.
yeah, just have a
Let's
list to
get
read it
them.
off
You
of
know what I
each
mean?
week. Yeah.
Uh, Patreon is still really the best way to support us. So I want to thank all of you who do that. Nothing against those who don't. It's we know what the world is like out here. Money is tight with a
Oh
capital
yeah.
T on both ends. What's up, Nana?
Hey, mama.
I'm all right. I'm lounging. You know what I'm saying?
Great.
Um, Sin Otakon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Let me preface this. I want to make something very clear. Um, I am 1,000,000% comfortable in all geek spaces. I'm 1,000,000% comfortable in almost all spaces. Otakon is not my bag. Anime conventions are not my bag. Um, I've said it here before. There are things I love about anime, and there are anime that I love. I have favorites. I have go tos. I have ones that make me feel really good and comfortable, ones that get me excited and up out of my seat, and so forth. Most of those are not what anyone would consider anything close to new. There's a few sprinkled in here or there. So when I go to an anime convention, it doesn't matter which one, but we have two. We happen to have two of the biggest anime conventions right here,
Mm-hmm.
and Katsucon. Um, and Otakon's been around for this is year 31. Um, I have a great time every time I go. I love it. I love being there. I don't have the same excitement that many people would have from walking around and seeing people cosplaying as their favorite characters because usually, most of the time, my favorite characters are not there, right? And a large majority of the time, even when I see something that is incredibly impressive, I don't know who it is, and it doesn't do a lot for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for someone like Sin, who um, even if he wanted to, couldn't give up the moniker of being the anime guy. Like he doesn't have a choice now. Like it's just
It's me. Yeah, it's part
yeah.
of who I am. Yeah.
Um, it's a bit different. So I defer to you.
Mm-hmm.
I can say how what my time was like at Otakon, and I certainly have my thoughts and opinions and comments. But from year to year, and as things change and what's going on, I mean, you went to some panels and saw some things. So talk to me,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I usually do every year. Enjoy it. If nothing else, to be able to go into a space, be completely surrounded by the thing I love, and see all the merch I may want to pick up or new trophies or whatever I want to get. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm reading manga, maybe there was some manga I wanted to pick up, but I didn't necessarily see it. And when I saw the prices, like not this year. Slow down a little bit. And let's save up for another year or two, and then I give me a whole big box set. But I'm starting to keep my eye on those. So as always, I saw plenty of stuff I
Wait a
wanted to.
minute.
Mhm.
I want to go back. Is that are are you treating manga the same way you generally treat anime, or at least used to treat anime, where you're like, I don't want to piecemeal it. I want the whole thing all at once so I can binge it. Do you intend to binge read your anime? Is that part of why that is, or no?
Yeah, I plan on as shows kind of complete, like then going back and reading them and reading like the actual like source material of them. So like the two I want to get right now is I want to get Sword Art Online because they have not. It's been years and no word of a new movie or a follow up season or nothing like that. So it's like, well, at this point, I'm also going to read all the stuff that's already there. So I'm looking to get that one. And I know a few episodes back we were talking about Battle Royale. I didn't know it was a manga beforehand. I'm trying to track down and get the whole box set of that so I can read that since I love the movie so much. And I've seen the movie plenty of times. I never knew till recently it was based off a manga. So I'm trying to collect that. But those are the first two I want
Mm.
in my physical possession. So, just keep my eye out for stuff like that. I saw the Sword Art one
I
there,
see.
but
I know that you're reading manga, but you're not reading physical manga. You're reading digital manga.
yes, I got the app on my phone. Yeah, the Shonen Jump app.
Right.
So
Right. Right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
So I read it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So yeah, so like have my eyes on some stuff I want. I'm always looking for a EVA Unit 1 from Evangelion, but the ones I want kind of pricey because I want a bigger model one because I want like the big giant robot type of thing. So I always keep an eye for when I'm there, but when I see the price, I'm like, not just yet. No, not ready to commit on you. So
Hey, but you do know that going in, right? Like you know what kind of price points you're looking at going
yeah,
in.
and I don't know what specific one I want yet. I haven't sat down like I know like the band Presto One Piece ones are the ones I'm looking for when I go there. Like I don't know which. I haven't done the research to know which Evangelion one I want. So I'm just looking at them when I go and just look at things, whatever. But I do know I want one at some point in the future. I want to add to the collection. But yeah, had a great time. Posters and stuff like that. Outside of K-pop, Demon Hunters, I didn't see anything. Let's say new artwork that people were doing. There was a lot of same old, same old. So artists Alley didn't impress me as much, and there was a lot of same stuff there. But you can find some new gems hidden out there. I almost bought one character, but I decided to hold off since I spent money on this. Thank you for that peer pressure too. I'd have been pissed off if I didn't get it, Yage. So thank you for that. So I have that added to my collection now, and I picked up a pretty cool jacket that I'm waiting for the fall to break out and wear. But I'm super proud of that. Yes, we went to 2 panels while we were there. We went to this Losing Too Many Heroines one, which is a very good show that we all enjoyed watching. It was
What's it
great because
called?
losing too many losing heroines.
Too many losing heroines. Got it.
Yes, basically it's about like 3 girls who are not having luck with guys, and they kind of befriend this other guy who's kind of like he helps them out and they lean on him for issues and stuff like that. He just somehow became like the best friend of them, kind of stuck in that zone with them. Even though there's probably a relationship thing between 2 of them, but that type of thing. Really good show, really funny. So we went there. They had the entire light novel team there, like the author and stuff like that, and the illustrator there. And on the manga side, they had the Aniplex staff there, so they had them all on stage together. That was pretty cool. The translation squad was kind of whack, like they wasn't necessarily catching everything they were saying and stuff like that. Like it was a little frustrating, but the camaraderie between the light novel team and the Aniplex team was kind of dope. Like them having the bands and all that kind of stuff. A lot of them were fresh to the first time. It was somebody who was there was first time leaving Japan. Period. It was all theirs, I think, first time in the U.S., but it was dude's first time leaving Japan. Period. So we all gave him a round of applause and stuff. That was pretty cool. We did a lot of popular memes. They showed off a lot of popular memes that came from the show and everything. Like it was a cool. Like we were a fan of that show. It was a cool experience. And then we went to this other one we really wanted to see for the show that we're watching that's currently releasing called Togen Anki. They released episode 5 aired Saturday, and they gave us the world premiere of episode 6. And so while we're sitting there, they let us watch episode 5 and 6 together. And then right after that, they brought out 2 of the voice actors from the show. Levi's voice actor, if you know Attack on Titan. Law from One Piece, same guy. They had him out there. He's really popular for those. And it's like a younger, up-and-coming voice actor guy who's getting a lot of buzz. So they had them up there. They were so happy to be here in America and everything. Like, great camaraderie with them, with the crowd and everything. Like, it was a great panel, great vibes overall. Same thing with the translation, a little bit iffy, but outside of that, 2 really good panels. And I learned apparently there was like 2 other panels that had like world premieres that apparently we missed, but it's all good. It is what it is. It wasn't meant to happen if we didn't catch it in the guidebook. So, hung out in the gaming space, played some Mario Kart World, played some Initial D.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first game me and Noah did, we accidentally put story mode, so we were just racing, not against each other. So that was a wash. Me and Jokes ran one. I won. Then I ran Mario Kart World, and I don't know where Jokes was on that list. He was somewhere in the middle of the 20 people. And me and Noah was like tied for second and third. Like we had the same score count, whatever. So at some point we got to run that back. So
wait a minute. What do you mean you tied for second and third?
Literally, then we had to say, like, it had him in second, me on third, but we look at the score, it was both like 45 or something like that.
Oh, your total number of points.
Yeah, it was the same number of points. Yes.
You both had the same number of points.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's like,
yeah,
he's right. He thinks he's won. I said, no, we tied, bro. We got to run it back at some point. So it's like that's coming in the future, some Mario Kart.
Oh, wait a minute. Why does he think he won?
Because he was above me on the list.
Oh, now he won.
No, we had the same score count. Nah. I don't fall to that. No.
Was it alphabetical?
What do you mean it was alphabetical?
Did you put your names in? Was the list alphabetical?
No, it was by score count. After like the
he won.
Nah, we had the same score count. Same score count. Nah, he didn't win that. I'm by that. But
you won't accept the way you were listed. The list is a lie. Is that what you're saying? The list is a lie.
Yeah, because we had the same score count. He's gonna throw me in third like that. Like we didn't have the
same score.
Like I said, he wasn't in the top 3, 5. He was like
he shouldn't
11,
be
10 or 11 or something like that. Yeah,
he's
because he has
the only
it.
One who owns.
Didn't know the levels. The new tricks they've added, none of that stuff was just running blind, just going for it. We was doing 150cc. So they weren't playing out there.
Man, when you've been Mario Karting for like 30 years, there's like an innate, there's just an ability. You know what I mean? You
I feel you.
just
And they had it plugged in with GameCube controllers. I don't do Mario Kart with GameCube controllers. Like, it was disgusting.
who,
Yeah, it was
why
disgusting. I was like, these are
who
only used for Smash Brothers. That is it. That is it. But,
whose idea was that, bro?
I don't know.
All
I don't
right.
know. Yeah.
I
But
mean, all right.
made it work, So had some good
Yeah.
times overall. Yeah, I look forward to it every year, and I'm looking forward to, next year, when it comes back and, go there bigger and better. So
We spent some time going around and asking people for like underrated anime that they feel like people should watch, things of that nature. Were there any answers that surprised you?
I'm trying to remember what they were, but definitely. There was definitely some that I've never heard of. There was some that some people throw out
Oh,
there,
okay.
and I would be like, how are you considering that? Like, that is not underrated at all. Like, people talk about that one all the time, stuff like that. It was,
Like One Piece?
no, so one dude, I was on the elevator.
No,
It was,
somebody said One Piece.
yeah, somebody did, yeah, being jokingly, like, I don't watch much, but I've been watching One Piece, so One Piece, like, okay, that was not underrated, but whatever.
Yeah.
You know, some guy said One Punch Man. I'm like, no, what is it? Yeah, I don't really watch anime. You didn't have to answer the question, but okay, whatever. Like, if you don't watch anime,
That was an interesting thing for me, right? Um, Look, I know why I'm there, even though I don't watch a lot of anime. Like, I know why I'm there.
yeah,
But we're talking about people who were there who we're stopping to ask them questions about what's the favorite anime or what do they think is an underrated anime, what's the best anime so far 2025. And these are people who are in full cosplay and they're like, I don't really watch anime. What do you think that means?
I
Like
don't know.
it's a very that was probably honestly the most interesting thing about the entire, like, just the idea that a convention like that is so big and that anime is so prevalent that even people who are like, I don't really watch anime, not only want to go, but will cosplay as characters from anime, even though they're like, well, I don't really watch anime.
Mhm.
What do you think that is? Andrew says, hey guys, hope your week's going better than mine. I'm gonna assume that was in an accident in my mail truck yesterday. Oh no, man.
Yeah.
Well, one, hopefully nobody is hurt and you're doing okay. You yourself and anybody else who might have been involved.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to hear that, but I am
Yeah.
glad you are able to be here with us today, Andrew.
Mhm.
Um,
I don't know,
I
but
can't
but you're right.
say that is.
That and when I ask people about 2025, like we're half through the year, I haven't watched anything this year. Like, you haven't watched nothing at all this year that's come out at all. Whether like, okay, I guess they just stick to what they like. Like, if they're a Naruto guy, they just watch Naruto all the time or something like that. And the people stick with their niches that they like, their fandoms. And I think as far as the other question, I think maybe they just come and like to hang out with their friends because all their friends are going. They don't want to feel left out, if you will.
Well, what's crazy again though is that like we would stop groups of people and it would be like three or four or five of them, and they'd be like, "Oh, you gotta ask them." Right? So like the majority of the group is like
Mm-hmm.
not,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I'm wondering whether or not streaming has actually damaged anime. I'm at, we've talked a lot about the consolidation of a lot of properties and so forth. Um and a lot of things coming under one banner, the
Uh,
moving and shifting of IP and
yeah.
things like that.
Anime looking
And
like the WWE over here. Yeah.
when we really like when we do being comfortable being a geek, so often when we ask how people got into anime, how they found it, why they're comfortable, the answer for so many people is Cartoon Network, Toonami,
Tsunami. Yep.
right? Toonami made it regular. It was available for everyone. It put it front and center. We're all talking about it at school because we're all coming home from school and we're watching it. We grew up with it because it was there. Cartoon Network got shut down, right? They removed all the Cartoon Network shows from HBO Max. Like, they're not there anymore. So much of the anime that people have loved or that we might recommend is stuck on Crunchyroll or Funimation, and you need to subscribe or you have to watch with ads in a lot of cases. There are anime that are being introduced in places like Netflix or Amazon
Mm-hmm.
Prime, and there are ways to stream some of those services with ads, but I feel like it not just being presented to you for your everyday afternoon. This is what you do while you're doing your homework. This is what you do while you eat your snack before you go to bed at night. This is what's here. I'm beginning to feel like that is currently taking a toll. Like there is an actual turn that we are seeing since COVID, and streaming services really kind of peaked up and took over. Um, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but
I hear what
it
you're saying. I
it
think the split up is what hurts it the most right now. Because like you're saying, between you got Crunchyroll, you have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have High Dive, you have Amazon Prime, and like when all this stuff is coming out, we're sitting there discussing like, okay, we got to watch this on these shows are on Crunchyroll, but this is on High Dive, and these two shows sound like they're good. We got to check those out there on Amazon Prime. Like, there's so many different places that all this stuff is housed at that it's frustrating. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's like the WWE right now. You got all different places they're housing their stuff at. You know what I'm saying? It's very frustrating as a watcher and a consumer to keep track of where everything is airing at and premiering at. It is. I think that doesn't help it at all.
yeah, I mean, I think when we talk about just how ubiquitous anime has become, how normal it seems, quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
it was the easiest access. Like it was just it's there. It was on the thing you went home and you watched every day,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was there and it was in front of you. Um, and now it's nowhere near that simple. A lot of the niches there in terms of like, oh, this is a thing. You get into the culture of it, right? As opposed to just, oh, I watch it because it's on TV. There is a cultural piece that comes along with enjoying anime for a lot of people. Um, that comes with like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this convention and I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna make my own cosplay, or I'm gonna buy something so I can go and I can dress
Mm-hmm.
up. Going for the whole weekend. We're paying for a room. You know what I mean? To stay, it's a big deal. We do this once a year. We don't go to other anime conventions. We might not go to any other conventions.
True. Yeah, that's the one.
And if you get there and it's like, what's your favorite anime you've seen so far this year? And you're like, I haven't seen anything this year. I don't even really watch anime like that. Huh? I don't understand what's going on. And I, the only thing I can really think of is how much more difficult it is now than it used to be. And oddly enough, you combine how difficult it is with how accessible it is, which sounds really weird, but hear me out. When you really had one place to go and that was everybody's destination, you go home, you turn on Cartoon Network, it's there. Whatever shows they put on, this is what you're watching. Yu Yu Hakusho is already old. Dragon Ball is already old, but it's new
Mm-hmm.
to you. You know what I mean? One Piece is already old, like, but it's new to you. Inuyasha is already old, but it's new to you. That's what they put on, so that's what you watch. That's why they know Cowboy Bebop. It's why they know Outlaw Star. Otherwise, it's not
Yeah,
like
they
it
put on the
was
big heavy hitters back then.
where we were like, go to Blockbuster and see this kind of obscure cassette tape, on there, like, this looks cool. Let me rent this and try this out and learn about this. Let me see what this is, right? Or
Or maybe
having
they
to go.
they just go and watch what their friends recommend to them. Like they don't know to go in and look in on their own and try stuff out and see if this is going to land or not if it sticks, or just watch what's popular. Everybody's talking about this solo leveling. Let me find that and sit down and watch that.
Well, I think it's also like, look, if everybody has Cartoon Network, you all know you're all sitting down at 4 o'clock and watching Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
4 o'clock, you watch Naruto. That's what's on, right? But now it's like, if you have Netflix, but your best friend doesn't, and you're watching a show on Netflix, even if you recommend it, they don't have it, so they can't watch it. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It makes it more, even though it's more accessible, it makes it more difficult because there's this, with it being piecemealed out in so many different places, it's accessible, but only if you have access to it. Only if you either have it all or you both know, oh yeah, like, and ever since they started cracking down on sharing passwords, I'm not even joking, over like the last 2 years, I think a lot of it started to tank because people didn't have it. Um, Andrew says Lupin the Third was one of the most obscure when I was a kid. No peer knew what I was talking about. It was on TV. You know what I mean? Like, as a person who grew up searching for, looking for, and going and getting anime, I would never have chosen Lupin. Two, if it hadn't been on Adult Swim, if
Yeah.
it wasn't coming on late night Toonami, I would have never.
I feel you 100%. Like the
I would have
animation
never.
style would have turned me off to it. Just like it did
Yeah,
with One Piece when it first started. I was sitting on like over 100 episodes the first. I'm looking at the pictures like this does not look attractive to me. But I kept seeing the
correct.
numbers going up and everybody talking about it. So finally I was like, fine.
Let me check it out.
Yeah. And I did, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm here now. Okay, I get it.
Oh, one of my favorite anime, which is almost inaccessible, is Big O, and that came from it being on late night Toonami.
Yeah.
It's obscure, it's kind of hard to find, but it was there. You know what I mean? And I think that I think there's a turn that we're experiencing right now, where like it might be re-becoming niche. Like there's a popularity peak, and I'm starting to feel like what's happening to it because of streaming services is starting to make it niche again. And specific shows are going to be, there will always be shows that are super popular. Like that's not going to go away. But like the overall popularity and how that popular, it was like everybody knew everything. And that is
Gentlemen.
changing. What's up, Joe?
Ew.
Welcome to the show. Um, it's interesting to me, right? And I found that probably the most intriguing. Like I spent time like listening to you all go up to people and ask questions, and the sheer number of people who were like, I haven't watched any anime this year. I don't really watch anime like that. In my head, I'm like, why are you here?
Yeah.
I have a press badge. I know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you here? And why are you dressed like that? Right? Okay, cool. I get it. You still love it. You're still a fan of the culture. You're still interested, and it still means something to you. And almost in the same way that for somebody like me, who has a high appreciation for it,
Mhm.
but the new stuff most of the time doesn't mean anything to me. When I find the thing that works for me, I'm all in. You know how I am. I'm
Mhm.
all in. I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? I will spend the money. I'm on it. But outside of that, you know what I mean? And again, I enjoy being there. It's cool. So yes, I do think spending some time with your friends and having a chance to go out and kind of, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think, oh, I got Amazon Prime and there's these shows are on Amazon Prime and that's what I'm watching. It's really dope. You should check it out. All right, let me check it out. Oh shoot, I don't have Amazon Prime. I got Netflix though. I'm watching such. Oh, I don't have Netflix. I got Disney Plus though with the Hulu, and now that Hulu's going away completely, the app itself, and it's all being moved into Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus.
Like, oh well, I have Disney Plus, and they got anime there plus whatever's on Hulu, so I have that at least until Sony decides we don't want y'all to have that anymore. We pull it back into Crunchyroll or we pull it back into Funimation because they own all of that. Now it's almost back to being like, hey, Sin, where you get that joint from? Hey, man, I went to Suncoast. I went to Suncoast. I didn't see it. Oh, no, 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 no. Not the joint in Orlando. You got to go to the joint in Forestville. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
almost like that. Like, you got to go to the specific place that has the specific thing if you want to get caught up and kind of be in the know in the same way with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to
Yeah.
spend the money, or somebody has to be spending the money
Mhm.
in order for you to get your hands on it under most circumstances. And I think that's part of what we're seeing. And so I'm with the way that this is one of the things that, like, we talked about the consolidation with streaming service. This is one of the things that I don't think I did see coming. I don't think I necessarily saw that something that once was extremely niche, that we saw just kind of explode into popularity and everybody knew it, and now everybody's comfortable with it, and you can see it everywhere, and it's on t-shirts at Walmart, it's at Target, it's at Five Below, is going back to being niche and difficult for everybody to be on the same page again and everybody to find it again, because it's all going back into individual streaming services, and that's making it difficult for even friends who talk to each other every day to be on the same page with it. And that's just kind of a strange thing. But I would imagine that, like, over the next couple of years, it might even get more niche. And that could make events like Otakon either have less people because the growth begins to get stunted because people can't find it, or it gets more popular because it's the only time when everybody can get together and talk about all the stuff that they're seeing. And that's it, right? It's a super interesting thing. Joseph, we're
Mhm.
just kind of closing out our thoughts on Otakon. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
any thoughts on Otakon as a whole? Want to talk
Uh,
about something you saw or anything like that, or you're good?
it was cool. The
Was
biggest, the newest thing that they incorporated this year, the Mecha Kaikan. So obviously, huge Gundam fan, but they had this new section that was just dedicated to all mecha related stuff. So I thought it was pretty dope. Gundam Planet they have a physical store in, I believe it's New Jersey. They literally had them set up like a shop right there in the little area, and when I tell you, it was tables on tables on tables of Gundam model kits in there. Uh, that was about to be a problem. But I thought that was a cool little addition that they added in for anyone that just has that love of mecha. You just had it in this one little place that you could come to and just be a part of it, whether it was panels, being able to sit there and build model kits, to
yeah,
just have conversations with like-minded people in that type of environment. That was really cool to see.
dope. On that note, while we're talking about anime and while we're talking about the consolidation of things, let's talk about Disney and anime and some of what they're doing. This is not completely a new thing,
Mm-hmm.
but Disney has an anime. Let me run that back. Disney has a property called Twisted-Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And there is an anime for Twisted-Wonderland that is hitting Disney Plus on October 29th.
Mhm.
That was the big thing, was that they announced the date that it's
The day
coming to
for it.
Disney Plus. Okay. We do actually have a trailer for it. So why don't we watch that and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. It's an interesting foray, and there's some backstory on it that I think is interesting, and obviously we'll see where it goes. But let's take a look and see if we can get a copyright claim.
Mm-hmm.
その日、俺はいつものように稽古を終えてまっすぐ帰るはずだった。彼らに出会うまでは。なんだここ。
ここはナイトレイブンカレッジ。世界中から選ばれた魔法師の卵が集まる名門魔法師養成学校です。
魔法？
魔法？
俺は魔法なんて使えない。悪いが失礼する。
お待ちなさい。入学拒否なんて聞いたことありませんよ。
だったらその席俺様に譲るんだぞ。静粛に。よくも厳粛な入学式台無しにしてくれたね。
覚悟はいいかい。ディズニーツイステッド・ワンダーランドザ・アニメーションディズニープラス。
So they have already stated, Man, Sin
I don't know. My man closed himself out apparently.
closed himself out. Clicked the wrong button and sent himself into
the
the
shadow
Twisted
realm.
Wonderland. Sent himself back to the Twisted
Hey, he
Wonderland
really is in the shadow realm.
and still in the Shadow Realm. Man, everything all right, Sin?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, welcome back.
I hit the wrong button to close it out.
Oh, I know. We're aware. My man shut himself down. Yeah, so to some extent, this reminds me of what Disney did with Descendants. What up, Josh? Long time no see, JB.
I'm waiting for this for a while to drop.
Yeah, so it's 7 major villains: the Queen of Hearts, Scar, Ursula, Jafar, the Evil Queen, Hades, and Maleficent.
Mhm.
And they have already stated this is going to be 3 seasons,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Okay.
There is a manga,
Cell phone game.
and there is a game, and the game is where it actually started. The
Yep.
game came out during the pandemic, like in 2020,
Oh wow. Okay. That's been a
and
minute.
was so popular they did the manga, and then of course now the animation. Josh said, "Why don't Disney princesses ever star in anime? Because the second they start singing, subtitles will sound can't keep up." I mean, listen,
I think they could definitely make it work.
listen, they'll find a way.
They could definitely make it work.
They would find a way. I'm almost positive that you could look up like the Japanese versions of the sing-alongs they do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm positive they'll make it work. I Sin likes to sing songs. Sin, you like to sing songs. I didn't say you do karaoke. I didn't say you sing in front of people anymore. I said you like to sing songs, and it's true. Man, Dr. Who said Disney princess? Boo. Look, and this is Disney villains, which I think is a smart direction, a smart take on it. I have a feeling, whether you like it or not, this is going to do extremely well.
I agree with you on that. I 100% agree with you on that.
One thing is timing. October 29th.
Yeah, right before Halloween. Yeah.
Right before Halloween.
It seems like it's got some type of Harry Potter vibe with this thing, with the houses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There will already be people who are tuning into Disney Plus for Halloween Town, Halloween Town 2, for Hocus Pocus. Like, it's already going to be a thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, I have a feeling this is going to do very well. Be prepared for the cosplay at Katsu.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's going down.
As long as everything comes off right with it, and it looks like it has potential to, yeah, you'll see a lot of cosplayers doing these.
I think
you're gonna see it regardless. Like when you take the Disney villains, like already the Disney villains and like any of the Disney side cosplays are out there like crazy. When you throw in this like anime piece of it in the mix of it.
If there's one thing that cosplayers love to do, it is cross cosplay. Take 2 things and do a mashup. They especially love to do it with Disney. Remember a few years ago, they did that whole like Mandalorian Disney princess run, and those joints were incredible. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be any getting away from this. I think it's going to be a problem. And I have a feeling, especially with 3 seasons, it's going to be a problem for like the next 3 years at Halloween every year. And if they do it right, there will be outfits for people to wear at Halloween anyway. This is going to be a thing. I'm just putting y'all on notice. Be prepared to see versions of Disney villains you're not used to popping up in places you don't expect them. It is going to happen. Just get your mind right. Curveball.
There it is.
Hey, Jokes.
What's up?
I heard you watched a movie.
We're
I
going up,
heard.
up, up. It's our moment. You know, together we're golden. Gonna be golden. Oh, up, up, up with our voice. Hey, listen, I'm corrupted.
My man is all in on K-pop Demon Hunters. Try to avoid it. We've been trying to smoke him out for so long. Dr. Who said the sexy version, but it's going down. That's for sure. Are you doing that? Are we gonna see you cosplay that Doctor Who? That's what I need to know. You gonna show up, BlurCon, sexy boo. Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about K-pop Demon Hunters, sir.
Yeah, that I think fire is an understatement to say for that movie. Like, I think the sad part is it was only an hour and a half, but I think in that hour and a half, I thought everything was done beautifully in that movie. The
That's right, Heather. But they're building that honeymoon.
The story, like it just had a. I don't want to spoil it. See, I was getting ready to, like, right at the beginning, something happens, and it's just like, oh, okay. Now I see. I was like, okay. I was like, I'm in this right now. But everything, like, all the music is super catchy. I don't care which.
That first fight and first song on the plane, bruh. It's
I was done.
Hey, dog. Shut up. Hey, listen. They all have their ramen. They each have their own different cup ramen, and like literally fill that joint up.
3 minutes.
Like, listen, we got 3 minutes. Let's wreck some beans.
Let's go to fresh, y'all.
But yeah, nah, it was absolutely amazing. I've already watched technically 2.5 times. The third time was because I stopped watching it because we had to start watching Raw. But other than that, yeah. Oh yeah, like no, it's absolutely the.
You got a favorite song?
It's probably between. It's got to be between Golden and was it Your Idol? Like, don't get me wrong.
It's a bop.
Soda Pop. Hey, listen, my little soda pop. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Flip it. Flip it.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, here's the thing. Here's how I know how right we were. Because normally, this is what happens to you. Normally, when we leave a convention, you go home and it's lights out. You go get food. You go home, you sit down, and it's lights out. And you went and got food and sat down and put the joint on, and you didn't go to sleep.
Nope.
You watched Slam Through It.
Yep.
Your girlfriend texted me and was like, hey, this joint is the sheer number of cosplays we saw.
Yeah.
38 when I finished counting.
It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like Spider-Verse levels of crazy.
Yeah, like, very much so. Very much so.
Again, it is one of the only reasons why I'm like, all right, Sony Animation.
I will give you a pass on why this Spider-Man movie is not out right now.
For pushing Spider-Man back because you were doing this. But I'm going to tell you what you don't get a pass for. You don't get to do a movie called GOAT and put that out in the theater. No. I don't care if it's good. I don't care if it's good. You give me my Spider-Verse. Now, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the fold, Jokes.
Hey, listen. I listen. I hate algorithms
One
and
of
stuff.
Us.
I watched the movie one time, and don't add like all. I'm logged in on all my stuff. My Facebook, Instagram, timelines have been completely destroyed, and I love it.
I bet you do. Perfectly okay. Yeah.
So now I'm just waiting. Listen, I've been listening to other people, go and sing the song, and I'm just like, y'all some talented people out here. I'm waiting for the first marching band to take one of these jonts and write it out and play it.
Homecoming this year It's going down. They gonna save the honeymoon at homecoming this year. Marching bands are going to hit it. Did I? Let me ask you. I'm about to send you a link. We might have to just briefly. This curveball's going way. It's about to get. While I find this for y'all, go to the second trailer that I have listed in there because we have to talk about this new Helldivers trailer that hit today.
I got it up. Let me.
And make sure you hit the right button when you close it out.
I'm paying attention very carefully.
Paying attention very carefully. Do it, bro.
Rated M for mature.
Okay.
We're definitely getting a hit for this just for the music. I just want to make it very clear.
I cannot wait to get my
Helldivers is about to drop, right? I think it's 26.
Yeah.
So that's in like 3 weeks. And it's gonna be a problem.
Oh, 100%.
And move, dog. Yeah. Now wait.
Oh. Wait.
Did somebody say ODST?
That is such a good fit.
That is a perfect fit.
That is such a good fit.
All right, here's my question. I've only seen a trailer listed for it on Xbox. Is the ODST going to be exclusive to Xbox? Because that's going to be crazy. Will they do that? This is the first game being published by PlayStation on Xbox. Let's keep that in mind. It is also not actually a PlayStation title. It's a third-party title that they published. They are not the developer. It is not one of their studios, but it is still the first PlayStation title that is coming over being published by PlayStation on Xbox. One, do we think ODST is going to be locked to Xbox?
I want to say no.
I'm going to say no.
At the most, it will be until they launch like whatever Halo they plan on launching on PlayStation. And
that's what I was going to say.
And then probably unlocking it on Helldivers at the same time, like the ODST DLC stuff.
That's what I think.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna imagine it's gonna be right there. That's what I'm saying. Cuddy said, "Give me a warthog in that joint." I saw the joint where it was like squat up, and I was like, "That could be a warthog."
Yeah, and it was all in the truck together.
It could be a warthog. Like, it might be a problem, friends. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's a problem regardless if it's got a warthog in it or not.
2, do you think this is a sign of things to come in terms of PlayStation actually beginning to truthfully publish their games directly on Xbox?
Maybe so. Because they're gonna see when this game drop and the amount they probably can already see it from the people that have probably already pre-ordered and added this game in that this is gonna be a thing to.
It might be the only reason why that crossover is even happening. That there's enough pre-orders already in it. They're like, you know what?
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe. I think once the numbers start coming in, because I think the numbers will be high, I think it'll make them, start to think more of putting some stuff on other platforms, some of their PlayStation Studio stuff.
Here's the thing. I think that the numbers that PlayStation has to be seeing that are coming from the Microsoft side of things, being that like 6 out of the top 10 games over the last half of the year have been Microsoft titles, right? Have been Xbox titles, and we're talking like, we're talking about straight up. Like we're not talking about, oh, they bought Activision and so it's Call of Duty, and of course Call of Duty is one of the #1 games, and we're talking like Forza, Sea of Thieves being in the top list.
Minecraft, yeah.
And Minecraft already really was, but like when you think about Minecraft, you're talking about Xbox having technically been publishing games on PlayStation for well over a decade.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? For almost 2 decades. PlayStation doing this is a test bed, if you will, for a couple of reasons. One, it's multiplayer. 2, they're not the developer. Right? So they are the publisher, and there's money in it for them to say, all right, well, we're the publisher, we'll publish it.
Right.
Depending on what their contract looked like, there was always the possibility with them as the publisher that they could have got picked up by a different publisher or something else. And you know what I mean? I don't know whether or not, I don't believe they do, but I don't know whether or not Sony owns the Helldivers IP, but I don't think they do.
Okay.
Pretty sure they don't own the IP. So again, this is just opening it up for somebody else to make more money on other platforms. But that does mean dollars coming in for PlayStation. Still, this is a far cry from them putting God of War on Xbox, right? A single player game that, for all intents and purposes for them, still sells their consoles. But a couple of things have happened over the last couple of weeks. One, in their earnings call last week, Sony said they are going away from being a hardware company, not being a hardware company, but from counting hardware as their main source. They are going more toward counting the number of players they have in their ecosystem, kind of thing. Okay, so that's one. 2, about 3 weeks ago, there was a job listing from Sony specifically for putting games on other platforms. Like they were hiring for a person to specifically work for them for moving product to other platforms. Now that doesn't necessarily mean Xbox, right? Like they have been moving stuff to Steam and to PC. That's another platform. And they have put games on at least one game. They put the Horizon Lego game on Switch, right? Switch 2 is doing really well. Numbers are high. There are some issues with Switch 2 we're not going to get into today. But you know, they know that there's money in it and that there's much more money to be made in putting your games wherever people are. And the other side of that is they're probably having no choice other than to be able to look at the writing on the wall and go, the next Xbox is going to be a PC. If we don't get on board and somewhere get like the next PlayStation 6, the PlayStation 6 also needs to be that. It needs to be a machine that also runs Steam. They need to get in bed with them and make that happen so that no matter what, your games just play wherever they're supposed to play. And then they'll have to find a way to make it so that the PlayStation 6 is the better thing to have over whatever the next Xbox is as a PC. And then it'll be a matter of whether or not Xbox goes like the 3DO route and kind of does what they've been doing with their software on other people's hardware. You're running the Xbox OS. You're running Microsoft Windows on your Lenovo, your HP, and you just go and you buy the thing that makes the most sense. So your Asus, your whatever it is, which also used to be Sony, aka a Avio computer, right? Like they're not that far removed from that. So do I think it's going to happen? Yeah. But I really think that they're still in a phase where, like, if it's multiplayer, Bungie's doing it, we better give Marathon the best chance it's possibly going to have. We're going to put that out on everything day one, right? But, like, does Marvel Otakon Fighters come to Xbox?
I think that'll be a miss if they don't work out a deal to put it over there.
I think that'll be locked behind the PlayStation wall for at least a year. before they probably drop it. I think it would just be a miss to not put that every place that you could actually put it.
Yeah.
But I think they'll end up locking it behind the wall for a year and then bringing it over to the Xbox side.
So here's the thing. I kind of agree with you, but I'm not positive that the numbers do.
Mm-hmm.
And so while it's easy for me to look at and go, why wouldn't you just put it's a fighting game? Why wouldn't you just put it everywhere, right? Make it as accessible as possible, right? And we know that the PlayStation numbers are higher than the Xbox numbers. We know the PC numbers are bigger than both. However, when it comes to fighting games, there are so many fighting games that exist that never come to Xbox. They are on PlayStation, they are on PC, or they are just on PlayStation.
Because I'll be
Under
buying
Night
on
Immortal,
PlayStation.
right? Like
it's another one.
Even other games from Arc
DNF,
System
that's
work,
another one.
like
DNF,
your Guilty
that's
Gears and like a Melty
Legendary
Blood for
Fighter.
a long time. You could only get that on PlayStation. You were not getting it on Xbox. It's available now, right? Guilty Gear for a long. Strive is one of the first Guilty Gears in a long time to be available in the Xbox ecosystem. So like Arc System works as the developer of this game in partnership with PlayStation has been doing this with them and on PC for decades and never touching Xbox and being fine, right? There are fewer, if you look at like Dragon Ball Fighters, right? Big anime Arc System works game, it comes to everything, right? But like you look at their personal titles, not necessarily the thing. I would think that the only thing that would force their hand would be Disney/Marvel being like, no, sir, this needs to go everywhere. Which is the only reason why MLB The Show is not only on Xbox, but in Game Pass. But even though that is an in-house Sony developed game, it is not published by them. It is published by the MLB. And that's the only reason why it's on Xbox. Are they seeing numbers from it? Probably.
Oh, yeah.
It does really well on Xbox, but it also goes into Game Pass every year. So what kind of dollars are they really getting? I think it would be a miss for them to not put it there, but I'm not so sure they'd feel it if they didn't. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think that game's gonna drop in like a year and a half. It's not ready. I think that game drops in a year, maybe a year and a half. PlayStation sells a boatload of PlayStation fighting sticks. Right? They take it to Evo, they boost it, and they'll be fine. But it'll be on PC. And the next Xbox will be a PC. So is it going to be there? Probably anyway. It might not matter. You know, like I don't know if it's going to matter. And it'll just be a matter of whether or not when PlayStation decides to pull the trigger on going day and date console PC. Because once they go day and date console PC, you're almost guaranteeing at this point that it's going to end up on Xbox. Day and date. Whether you like it or not. It'll be a Steam SKU. But it's likely. Right? Curveball number 2.
Okay.
Sin.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, we were prepping for the show. You know, I have a tendency to listen to music as we prep for the show unless we're doing like snacking and hanging.
Yeah.
It's how I just get.
Right. Lock in. Yeah.
There was something real special happening. Oftentimes there's something real special happening in the background when I'm listening to music. Right? I need you to play this. We can't play the whole thing. It's too long. I need you to play this video for me. Every now and again, it becomes.
Is it that other joint that you had in the thing?
I added it. I got it.
I was like, I got it up right now, Sin. If you haven't pulled it up yet,
Come on, let's do it. I mean, either way, I forgot you got the new fancy
I need
PC.
it. I gotta
let 'em
try
work.
it.
Let's let them try it.
All right.
Man.
Let's see.
I got it queued
You
up
know what
just
I
in
mean?
case, but
Let's
okay.
let them put it to work.
Yeah.
Then
we getting a strike for
Yeah.
this.
Here's the thing, y'all. Sometimes you gotta have your games and your church at the same time. Let's go. Let's go, Joe.
Awesome. Hallelujah.
Hey. Huh?
Hey,
Hey, brother. Huh?
So you wake up on a Sunday morning.
Huh?
So you wake up on a Sunday.
Hey, listen. Woo!
hey, Sling, he out here doing that cowboy bebop out here.
Yeah, he getting it.
You understand what I'm saying? This is one of the reasons why I love Mac. Like, it is. Making a video game music. Huh? Bro. Hey, bro, listen. Big man goes in. And I can't, like, love it. Hey, all right, look, we got it. Like, because listen,
Let
I
that
highly
whole thing
encourage
rock.
y'all, man. Look up the Super Mario praise break from the 8-bit Big Band on YouTube, and then listen to every other version they got. They got salsa versions. They got, I mean, like they
Oh.
get it in, bro. Like they get it in. Yeah, I'm trying to prep the show, y'all, the other day, and I'm over here
He was going to church.
in a session, in a whole session. By all means, make sure you go and you take a look at that. Go support the 8-bit Big Man. They actually travel. They do a lot of their live shows are incredible. So I highly recommend that. All right, so look, let's wind it back a little bit. So Disney and WWE. Disney paid $1.6 billion for the rights to stream WrestleMania on ESPN. I'm just gonna kind of read through this. So Disney's ESPN and TKO's Group's World Wrestling Entertainment have reached a more than $1.6 billion agreement that will give the sports media company exclusive rights to many of WWE's most high-profile events. The 5-year deal, which will begin next year in 2026, includes the US streaming rights to major events including WrestleMania and SummerSlam. ESPN will pay $325 million a year for the rights, according to people familiar with the matter. This is a significant increase from the WWE's current 5-year deal with Peacock, which was valued at $900 million, according to people familiar with that pact. The new agreement with ESPN follows a 10-year deal the WWE struck with Netflix last year for its weekly show Raw, valued at more than $5 billion. Raw has become a solid performer for the streamer. The events will be available on ESPN's new streaming service, which is slated to debut this fall at a price tag of $29.99 a month. Under the deal, select coverage will be simulcast on ESPN's cable channels. Jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into the other side of TKO and the UFC deal that already exists with ESPN and what's going on Paramount Plus and all of that. What does this mean? You're the host of my wrestling podcast. Mm-hmm. What does this mean? How do you feel about this?
So,
does this hurt us?
At first, on just from the outside, I was like, oh no, I am not trying to get $30 a month to have ESPN. But in reading a little bit deeper and finding out, it looks like they haven't fully said all the partners, but it seems as though with certain cable providers and those that have YouTube TV, apparently it will be a part of that. And as long as you have the proper subscription and things already, you're going to have it included and you will be able to watch these things. So you wouldn't necessarily be paying anything extra. So when I first heard YouTube TV, I was like, bet, because I know with the one I have, I do believe I have the ESPN a part of it that's in there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm good.
What, for Disney?
For YouTube TV. On the YouTube TV side of it.
Okay.
So
I have ESPN as part of my Disney package. Like I have the Disney Hulu ESPN package. However, and mostly I only have that for UFC. But if UFC is going to Paramount, I don't really need it. Now, having said that, even if you have ESPN, you still have to pay individually for the pay-per-view events for UFC. You still have to pay a separate fee.
It seems some place, depending on which deal you have, you may have it included. If there's they get very specific on the way that they word it and say it in there because they don't want you to automatically think just because you have ESPN, you're going to get it. So I'm still working through all of those, but it seems like it's like a 50-50 split. It's like half of the people will be able to have access to it. The other half, of course, just like you said, still going to have to pay for the pay-per-view. They didn't go into extra details still as far as how this still affects Peacock, even though they have, with ESPN now having the exclusive rights to those big shows. And if it's going to be simulcasted on both, or obviously you're still paying for Peacock, but for WrestleMania, SummerSlam, I'm guessing they're probably going to go after probably the big four, at least those quarterly ones that will end up only in the hands of ESPN. So there's still moving pieces that they haven't been.
It'll be those four and Money in the Bank, because those are the ones they're talking about making all the 2-night events.
Yeah, and that
could why do you think it has to be just the 2-night events? Like, why do you think it has to get thrown in? If that one is not one of the main four, why do you think that one has to be included based on it being 2 nights?
I think the 2-night ones are the ones that probably want to have on there the most, because those are like the super big ones that they promote and put together every year. And Money in the Bank has become like the 5th one in that. And I know those are the 5 they're talking about moving to 2 nights. Since I guess SummerSlam was a success and stuff like that, I've seen them talk about those ones. I can see them doing it to all of them, but I think those will be the biggest ones they want to make sure are there for sure.
Right now, if you want to watch everything that WWE has to offer,
Mhm.
Walk me through a week from Sunday to Saturday where you have to be to watch what?
Monday Night Raw, you got to be on Netflix.
Okay. Wait, so
NXT,
nothing on Sunday.
nothing on. Occasional pay per view, occasional or
Hmm.
PLE.
Hmm.
Um,
So
Monday
could be ESPN,
could be ESPN because I do know
could be Peacock.
could be Peacock because I know with what's the next PLE that they're doing is on a Sunday. So it's been a while since they've done that, but it looks like it's a one-off type of thing. But
Okay.
Monday, Raw on Netflix. Tuesdays, you have NXT
Mhm.
on the CW. Uh, Wednesday, I believe, is LFG Sin, if I'm not mistaken.
I was about to ask when does LFG run, but okay.
I'm pretty sure LFG is Wednesday. Now that's not necessarily one of their main shows. That's kind of one of their new ones that they're
Development shows.
introducing to it. Thursday there is nothing
Well,
WWE.
what is that on?
Is that
A&E.
A&E?
Yeah,
Maybe
A&E.
yeah, A&E
A&E.
where LFG is.
Yeah.
Nothing Thursday. Friday SmackDown is on USA. And then Saturday, you'll have typically where your PLE
Yeah.
would be is on Peacock. Then if you want to throw in like the normal stuff, so like the Unreal thing that they're doing, that's also on Netflix. So
It's on Netflix.
while
Yeah.
you're watching Raw, you can immediately go to that. That's on there for it. And then everything else is most like they'll have like their
By the way, that joint's tough.
Yeah.
stuff.
That
That
joint.
one's really good. Yeah.
I've been watching clips from that, John, and I just need to sit and watch the whole entire
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Outside of that, they have tons of podcasts now. Like in the past, this wasn't something that they did, but all the podcasts are
Yeah.
all on their YouTube channel. So Cody's podcast, The Undertaker, Stephanie McMahon. Like
Stephanie's podcast is actually that joint's actually dope too.
I haven't listened to hers yet, but I'm
I've seen pieces
actually
and clips.
She has a brand new one. Her most recent one is with John Cena,
mhm,
and that joint is tough.
I've heard good things. And the
It's,
next
it's
jump,
tough.
a sin, like I'm not gonna get super detailed into it, but apparently they just announced that Naomi and Jimmy are gonna be on
Okay. They're doing
her
they're
jump.
doing being on whose joint? Stephanie's joint?
Stephanie's.
Okay, that'll be a really good one.
I have a feeling that has to do with why she got
She's
pulled
not
off
here.
of Raw
Yeah.
on Monday night.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Because
Everybody's trying to
originally, I don't
speculate.
think that was a thing.
It was already a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, in some ways, the WWE has always been all over the place. Um, I don't know if you watched. They had a show. They had a series on Vice, like a few years back. That was really good. Cuddy said, "I saw price comparison that WWE PLEs will be cheaper on ESPN Plus versus current pricing, like $1,000 cheaper if you bought all of them." No. I mean, I get that. Like,
Mhm.
if you have ESPN Plus already, you still pay less for the PLEs, but you
Mhm.
still gotta pay for them. Like, it's not like you get them because you have the package, or like there's a version of the ESPN package that just gives you all PLEs. You know what I'm saying? That they might have if it's a fight, if it's whether it's boxing, whether it's UFC, whether it's whatever. It's honestly one of the reasons why I watched One Championship and became so
Mhm.
heavily invested in One Championship is because it's just included with Prime. So when
Mhm.
they do major events, it's just there.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I enjoy. I almost said a fight is a fight. That's not true. However, because yeah, that's not true at all. But One Championship delivers so many different types of fights. It's basically it's K1, it's Muay Thai, it's kickboxing, it's MMA, it's like there's BJJ, all of that kind of
Mhm.
stuff is all there. They have all those kinds of matches where like UFC is just now doing a spinoff for Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and design like a new ring that isn't really new, but it's new for them. Like they're just now kind of branching off and doing that as opposed to just doing MMA. Um, and it's just all there already with Prime. And like I don't know. Anyway,
Mhm.
it's going to be interesting to me to see how what I'm currently viewing as the segmentation of the WWE affects its popularity, who likes what superstars, who gets linked in where, who gets to show up in what places. There is definitely a division within the overall company. You're still under the same flag, but there is
Mhm.
definitely a division within the company based on where you appear, what show you're on. And that was kind of already, I mean, that's been a thing again for decades. But if you can imagine, you have Netflix, so you watch Raw and you watch SmackDown, and then it's like, all right, well, the pay per view's coming. Where do I have to go to do this? But well, this pay per
Mhm.
view I got to go to Peacock. This pay
Yeah.
per view I got to go to ESPN. Right,
It's
and just
easier to be outside of the country because like
Right.
everybody else, like it's all Netflix.
Yeah, it's just the
It's
US
like,
has to deal with this.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
well, that's what a VPN is for.
Oh,
But having said that, at one point it was Skydance.
mhm.
Like Skydance was the big thing outside of here, UK, whatever. But Paramount just was Skydance. That's a whole other thing. I can't get into that. That's politics. I'm not doing that right now. But it's just a very interesting thing. There's a lot of money being thrown around, and yes, like there is a possibility that that means that there will be a WrestleMania at Disney World. They don't generally mix
Oof.
ESPN stuff, but so much with Disney, but they do because Disney is smart enough to know that if they catch you when you're young and get you interested in sports, they will have
Mhm.
you
You're here
forever.
forever. Yeah.
They gonna get you in there.
ESPN been around
Yeah.
for a long time, so those crossover events,
WrestleMania,
they're
Epcot.
real. And I'm not. I don't. While I don't think that ESPN will be allowed to soften what the WWE is for those events, there will be, trust me when I say, a version of what you're used to seeing that does become slightly more kid friendly.
Oh no, agreed.
Period.
Hmm.
There will be things that get sold in ways you could not sell them before. What you thought you were getting with action figures and characters on lunch boxes, you're talking about a whole different realm. You're talking about being able to do it in a way Fox could never do it. USA could never do
Hmm.
it. Netflix could never do it. Disney's a different ball game. It's a totally different thing. They bought into esports early. There's a like you're gonna see some crossover. Exactly how it rears its head, that remains to be seen. Does that mean that there will be wrestlers that will be involved in doing things like showing up in places like Disney? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whenever they're in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
They
Well, they're in Florida.
always,
Yeah.
they're always in Florida. So
Yeah.
I know.
NXT is
I know, because
Performance
that's
Center
a
every week.
home base for them.
Yeah.
But also, like, Triple H just got put on Trump. Like, Trump just put him on. Like, he on the squad. Like,
hmm.
I'm just telling you, you're going to see it. It's going to happen. Normally, I would never allow this much wrestling talk on this show. So, that's enough of that.
There's always room for a little bit more.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's almost time to close out the show. Before I do that, I do have to share a thing.
Sure thing.
Share a thing. Let's do this. It's been a little while since we've talked about our merch site. So the Loading Snacks Spreadshirt site. We've had some new designs go up. What's good, Loading Snacks Universe? Jokes' own special tagline. Well, we have a new run of Anime Chat podcast shirts. And I want you all to have the opportunity to take a look at some of the new designs that exist. We've got some pretty cool stuff. By all means, go there and check it out. Take a look at what we have. This is one of my favorites.
Hey, that one's kind of clean.
Yeah, we got some
Yeah.
designs. You know what I mean? Like there's some pretty
Like
dope designs. We have some, like I said, we have some new things sitting in the, you know what I mean, fresh with the baseball tee. So yeah, by all means, go check them out. New hoodies, which I think a lot of you will like.
Just in time for the fall and winter.
Breaker
Mm-hmm.
logo on the back. We got leggings for the ladies now. This I think is my favorite. Is this the new jacket here?
Like Kaiser wear that.
I'm a fan of the
Jokes.
look. You know what I mean? Like I just think it's a good look. So, you know, go through, browse, check out the shop, see some of the newness.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's there. I say, man, I'm a fan of some of these new designs, some of the new stuff that we've got that's available. I think it's pretty cool. So you know, maybe stop by, pop in, take a look. You know, tell us what you like, what you don't, what you want to see more of. You know, what do you think, Sam?
I like them a lot. I like them a lot. Like the design and the colors and even some of the new stuff. I do like a lot. Yeah. I'm sitting
Yeah,
there
like
making
this isn't new, but I feel like it hits different with this particular design. Like I really like that.
Yeah, and even with the cherry blossoms on it too helps. Like
Oh, yeah.
helps it pop. Yeah.
Had to throw the sakura flowers on it.
Yeah.
Like I
I'm sitting there
said,
making mental notes there. Okay, I need this color. I need this color. I need this in the hoodie. I need this in the shirt. Yeah.
I mean, like I just think it's time for some newness. So you know what I mean. Jumped in there and threw some things out there. But again, you know, you guys go take a look. Look at what's available. Look what's there. Most of the time when I do something like this, for the most part, I make everything available. Not a fan of that. I'll probably throw that on the back like this one is. But you know, pair of shorts. You know what I mean? I'm actually oddly again a fan. I don't usually like the fatigue stuff, but I think you know, couple of jackets, pullover hoodies. Again, we got some new stuff. So go check it out. Tell us what you think. Let me know if there's some things you think don't work, some things that maybe should be changed out. Maybe a few color schemes. In some cases I can add additional colors. Again, I think that, like, you know, the step back basketball jerseys are cool.
Jersey.
You know what I mean? Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I said, got the Under Armour little ladies, little leggings. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, by all means, go check us out. See what's what. Take a look. Let us know what you think. I'm a fan. You know what I mean? Some of this stuff says already spending money. I see it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I see it.
Dig it.
Yeah. We can stop sharing that now. So yeah, please go check that out. Again, don't forget to just pay us a little quick visit over there on lotussnacks.com. we have some content that's hitting this week. A few reels that are already available from our time at Otakon. We had a short interview with a gentleman named Pat, who is developing his own game that we met at Otakon. That interview is live. It's been live since this morning, so please go there, check that out. And if you're interested, shoot over Steam, wishlist the game. All the information is in the description, so please do that. Our movie of the month is called The Man from Nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna highly recommend. Get up in there. Get up in there.
That's my plan for this weekend.
That's all I'm gonna say. Give it a watch. We'll take a look. If you guys are interested in us doing a spoiler boys for Eyes of Wakanda, let me know. If you're interested in us doing a spoiler boys for season 2 of Wednesday, let us know. I have started watching Wednesday. I'm intrigued so far. I'm enjoying what I've seen so far. So I would currently recommend taking a look. Sam, what's going on in the world of anime chat other than new shirts?
Well, the new episode will be up 10 a.m. on Thursday. We have a lot of good and important news that we're talking about this week. Top threes are getting no easier; they're just getting better with this summer season. And it's our topic of the week was actually recommending our own unpopular or underrated animes that we're fans of that we liked. So ties into what we did at Otakon, and me and Noah also talk about our experience at Otakon over there too. So look forward to all that this week. Yeah.
Jokes, what's happening with the Finisher podcast, my man?
Finisher podcast, new episode will be going live. We're gonna try to stick to the rhythm. 10 a.m. on Saturday morning. We're gonna try to stick to this rhythm out here. Couple different topics. I know the one biggest thing we will be talking about, the departure of Karrion Kross from the WWE. Dude released a whole hour
documentary,
short documentary on him leaving. Listen, it's a good watch. I'd highly recommend you go watch it. But that's going to be one of our topics that we have on discussion for it.
Cool. We have a little bit of a reprieve this weekend. However, next weekend we have Anime NYC and Fairfax Comic Con. The following weekend we have Mercurio Con and T-Con. So we'll be busy over the next couple of weeks. We'll keep you posted on what's what and what we're doing, and we're having to split up a little bit to go take care of some of those things, but that is the life. I am currently working on getting the new president of Otakon to come hang out with us here one evening. She is double checking her calendar. So we can make it work.
Yeah, you can man the prayers.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll have that going in the next week or so. Yeah. So Doctor Who, what is MercurioCon?
See if I can grab the.
Yeah, if you could grab that.
I got the link. Yeah, I'm putting it in there.
It is.
You got it already? All right, cool.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you know what? I can't.
MercuriOCon. I think I spelled that right.
No, you did not. As long as Sin got the right link up there
on there. There's a Y in it, and I missed the Y.
Yeah, what Sin put up there is the correct spelling.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see that. So, and he still has the question up on the screen.
Oh, sorry.
It is a local convention. Initially, we were only doing a panel. We were doing our being comfortable being a geek panel. And now we are also hosting their guest panels. Currently, we don't have a schedule just yet, which is honestly not super uncommon. But as far as like what days we have to be where doing what, the only thing we know is we know our panel day and time. However, I don't believe that's set in stone yet. And I'm only saying that because we don't have a schedule for the other panels that we're hosting. And I think that depending on what those guests have going on and what their time frames look like, hours could shift. So I'm not quite ready to talk about what time our panel is, although by this time next week, I will be saying this is what time, this is where you can come and catch our panel. I will decide that what we've been given is set in stone, and we'll go with that. And we'll figure out how to work around everything else outside of that. Whether you realize it or not, Extra Life is coming upon us super quickly. We'll be here before you know it. We are already working on putting our plans together for what games we're going to play and kind of getting all that squared away. We are looking for people to join the team, not necessarily to play with us. You don't have to play with us. You can join the team, stream on your own, take donations that just go into the overall team pot. So we are looking to partner up with more people this year so that we just have more people pouring into the bucket as a whole. We would like to continue to make a bigger impact every year as we continue to do this. So get your minds right. Be ready to do some gaming. I am looking at some tabletop options. I'm looking at some tabletop options. We're gonna see what we can come up with.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have some interesting lunch breaks.
Okay.
I have been spending money. Heather said, "Is this the second year?" No, this is like our 11th year.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a long time. It is almost always the second weekend of November. That usually is when daylight savings time is.
Yeah. Same weekend. Yeah.
An extra hour to recoup. It used to be much more important when we were doing it, when we were literally doing 24 hours straight through. Sana says, contemplating making a mentions I'm going to Korea jar, LOL. Yeah, cause what are you gonna be here? When do you leave? Never mind, we'll talk about that. It's gonna be real close. You're gonna be cutting it close for sure. That's not a bad idea. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that helps you because that jar ain't for going to Korea. That jar's for the kids. Yeah, very close. Anyway, look, we're gonna get out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us this evening. I really, really appreciate your time. It truly does mean the world to us that you're here, even if you're here while you're doing something else. If you're lurking, that's cool. We appreciate you. If you chatted, we appreciate you. If you didn't, and you thought about it, and you still didn't, we appreciate you. If you looked, if you were gonna, and you got distracted, and you never made it back, we appreciate you. Feel free to rewatch. Go back to the moment when Joke said something that made you so upset, felt like you needed to type something, Then you got distracted and type it in at that time. Anyway.
Yep.
Go for it. We appreciate you. Jokes.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the fold. You are officially a K-pop demon hunter, and so is Tatiana.
Yep.
You know, sing songs with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Save the Hanmoon.
I'm down.
You feel me? It's gonna be wonderful. I can't wait till the next time we all get in a karaoke room together.
Just know, I think they go up tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get tickets for the sing along joint that's gonna be in the theater.
Hey, listen. That sound like a group trip. Oh, Tatiana made it happen. Sunday night. My man came in. You missed this, ain't it? Came into the show singing songs. I don't,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, watch the replay.
You missed it. You got to go back because my man came in here hitting the high notes. Well,
An octave down.
I don't know. I don't but he came in here saying the words.
Yeah, for real.
At a higher clip than normal. That's what I'll say. Welcome to the fold. Tell the folks what I need them to know.
Remember, y'all, just because you have a well thought out plan doesn't make it a good idea.
With that, we're out. Toodles and loose.
Loading snacks.